I'm starting up the stream. Should be running right now. Hi everyone, I'm TigerHawk3, and today we're going to play League of Legends. No, we're gonna write some Python. Not very much, it's gonna be a short stream because I am tired. My younger viewers may not know what that's from, because it's from the late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere in there, around the turn of the millennium. Lately I've started noticing that the references I make and the things I remember happened before some people were born at all. Yellow Man in chat says, thank goodness for Python, it can eat the weasels. That it can. Actually, Python is named for Monty Python. Nothing to do with snakes. I mean, the logo was kind of snakes, but it's not supposed to be. It's Monty Python. Yeah. The language designer enjoys Monty Python, so that's what he called it. Anyway, we're going to change the scoring. Currently, we have clearing one line being worth 1 point, 2 lines 2 points, but 3 lines with a single piece dropping is 5 points, and 4 lines, called a Tetris, is 10 points. So we're going to add a basic line counter. So what we'll do first is we'll do this. So this is the variable that holds the string of the high score, meaning what is the user going to see, and they will see this high score, and then a new line, a number, and then a space, and then another number in parentheses. Okay. Draw board, there's a score. Score lines equals 0. And where's the next time we see that? Score lines plus equal length of indices. I think that's that, because indices is each index of each row that we're clearing. So if we have 3 rows that we're clearing, that's 2, and we have 0, 1, 2, so 5 points, and we need to add 3 to the basic score lines. Makes sense. Blah, 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 blah. If we've cleared the entire board, we add 10 to the score. High score. Oh, where's the high score? I know there's a score somewhere. Score is in drawboard. High score lines equals 0. Okay. High score lines equals max self dot score lines and self dot high score lines. Okay, that's good. And then we have, and this score var and high score var are the strings presented to the user. And we're going to do this, and then there's the next one. And we need a self.score, self.score lines. Press enter to autocomplete for 1 character. I do that. High score and self.high score lines. Max speed score, blah blah blah, lose, return, audio, spawning. That should be that. Let's see what happens. be ready for audio, by the way, because it's on. How do I turn that off? You? I don't remember. Where are the bindings? Where are the bindings? Control N. I forgot the buttons. Shift, rotate, snap. Music and effects. Okay. There we go. Okay. I want this under that. Whoosh. It's funny. Where should I put that? I don't even know. Don't even know. You know, I think this guideline stuff is actually okay. I can tell where stuff is gonna go. So far I've only cleared one line consecutively at a time. So I'll have to do something about that. At some point. There's our what's it. And we're going to clear 4 lines at a time. So our score will go to 15, but the line score, in parentheses, should go to 9. Ah. That seems fine. Let's clear 2 lines at a time again, if possible. This. We'll have that. This is almost what we want, but not quite. There we go. And this should be 2 lines. So increase by 2 and 2. 23 and 17. Good. We can only test this with 3 and 4 line clears, which are kind of less common than 1 and 2 line clears, which is why they are worth more points. Quite frankly. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to build. There we go. Not yet, that would still only be 2. There we go. Now we've got a Tetris lined up, and it's right there. 39 and 27. Okay. So that's, that was easy. It's a fun game. It works pretty well. I can turn off the guidelines too. How do I do that? Rotate, snap. Gee, was I not pressing G? Oh, I was probably pressing F or something. What was I pressing? Well, it's working now. I don't know what I pressed before, but it was probably wrong. So if I haven't mentioned it before, this implementation of Tetris is quite fast, control-wise. Pretty snappy response, which I like. With some handy convenience keybinds, like you see the snap to either side. That's something cool, I think. So there you have it. Works fine. Let's actually lose, and we can have a high score. Funny. Alright. N for new game. Control N. There we go. Why did I make that Control N instead of just N? I don't know. But we have a score separate from a high score. And the actual score that's tracked as, counting as a high score is the figure not in parentheses. There's nowhere to put that piece. That's okay. That's fine. So we have 5 and 5. Let's get a score. Clear a number of lines greater than 2. Here we are. That should be 11 and 9. There we go. Don't know where to put that. Fantastic. We've almost cleared that gap. And I'm gonna put a, what now? I can put that there, I guess, for now. And now there is no empty spot. Now there is again. I'll get rid of it, don't worry. Unless I do that. Pressed the button too early. Okay, that's great. That's great. What now? Now it gets interesting. Clear this, clear that, clear the other thing, and the what's it. How about over there? Sure. And that, and this, and then the thing. What do I do with that? How about that? I don't know. So, doing just fine. It's Tetris. So, the next feature I can even think of to implement is ghost pieces. So instead of these 2 lines over here, we would have another, like we would have this piece down here, and it would be kind of fainter a little bit. I don't know if I can I set an alpha level? I have no idea. Transparency with decay under canvas. I have no clue, but that would be possibly easier. And not easier, it would be tidier than having another dictionary of colors that the lighter piece should be. But the real interesting part would be calculating where this piece should go and then putting it there. Because I've got, the canvas and the active piece and the preview piece on a different canvas. And yeah. But anyway, this is turning into a Tetris Let's Play. It's actually a really fun game, Tetris is. It's pretty popular, gotta say. How about that? Okay. Anyway, I don't know when I will start working on ghost piece stuff, but it seems more difficult, so I might procrastinate on that a good bit. But I think these guides already work pretty well, honestly. That was pretty good. Lots of whooshed. Let's just put it right there. I don't know. And this is going to clear that gap. Very good. Tetris. And that's the gap cleared. So, Tetris Master. No. There are versions of Tetris where the speed increases. Oh, I got a high score. The speed increases at such a rate that the pieces spawn and just appear at the bottom, and the only way you can do anything with them is it's called, I think, like infinite spin or something, where if you're still rotating a piece, it doesn't go clonk until you've stopped rotating it for a little while. But yeah, I do not have infinite spin implemented. I guess I could, in theory, but I don't think I like it as a Tetris mechanic at all. I don't mean really dislike it. I mean, like, not just don't want to program it, don't think it's necessary, but I think it's not good in a Tetris game. It should go clonk, although it kind of be necessary if the pieces just appear at the bottom already. But yeah, I think that's quite enough. Anyway, turn off that too. That was all we really had to do. Add a variable for the score in lines, and include it in the format string. That's about it. Ghost piece, maybe? I don't know. I guess I would keep track of it in a separate place other than the board or whatever I call it, because the board is the 2D list. The board is this thing, the field. The field. That's right. So I could keep it somewhere else other than the board and the field, just its own thing. If it needs to be stored there at all, because all I have to do is display it. And it has to interact with things as far as dropping down until it hits something. So it would have to toggle, blah, blah, blah. It would have to check. But that's just, can we put this shape in this place? Check and move, and it wouldn't have to move. Rotate, blah, blah, blah. I think every time it's with the guides that we do things. Where do we do things with a guide? I think it's in move, isn't it? Draw board, guide, audio, pause, print board, check, move. Guides, move guides. Let me actually check. TK enter canvas, create transparent. Canvas transparent. Maybe an alpha channel would be. You cannot change the alpha of items on a canvas. Okay. I guess that answers that, doesn't it? Literally the entire answer. Someone has a question on Stack Overflow about doing stuff with the canvas and the TK enter. Literally the entire answer is you cannot change the alpha of items on a canvas. Is there any way that I can make the rectangle partially transparent so the oval's outlines can be seen? It's basically no. So, stipple? What's a stipple? What is stipple? I don't know what that does. Stipple pattern. I don't know what that means. Create polygon. Create rectangle. Active outline stipple equals, what is it supposed to be? Is it a color or a boolean? Disabled outline stipple, disabled stipple, outline stipple, stipple. I have no idea. Let's search for TK enter stipple with canvas. Images. I don't know what that means. These aren't helpful. These aren't showing me what a stipple is. Anyway, maybe you could just have a stipple pattern of some sort in the shape. I don't know. Or you could just look up the shape. Like I have, here's colors. I could have ghost colors that are slightly different. I don't know, something. have to look and see if the piece is available. Where's move? Isn't there a move somewhere? Check and move. Does move. It will never actually move. And what does snap do? It's gonna have to snap in some way. I just hope I can keep the same snap event. It's actually moving it. Well. So that's gonna be annoying, basically. Doesn't actually have to move everything, really, because that's moving it in the... One moment. This is actually moving it in the board and the field, and all I want to do is look at the bottommost area for this and display it there. I don't really know how I would do that exactly. The least untidy way. But anyway, we added one feature, and it's good, and it works, and it didn't have any bugs apparently. Worked perfectly fine. So that's gonna be the stream, and thanks for joining me. Join me tomorrow for more stuff. I don't know. And remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by and chat. And I will see you next time. Have a good one.